What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back again with another film breakdown. Today we're going to be talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick and why I believe he was wronged by the Miami Dolphins. I do not think that Ryan Fitzpatrick was having the season of somebody who was going to be replaced. I just don't see it. I think that it was a matter of when, not if, in Miami. I totally understand that. But right now, to me, just wasn't the right time. You look at the numbers that he's been putting up, and I'm not a huge numbers guy, but the numbers that he's been putting up are tough to not notice, right? He goes 31 for 47, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks against the Bills. 22 for 28, 350 for 3 touchdowns against the Niners. 29 for 45 for 315 against Seattle. He did have 2 picks in that game, I do agree. But when we dive into the film with Fitzpatrick, not to mention also an 18 for 20 game against Jacksonville, 90% completion percentage. I don't know, is that good? When we dive into the film for Ryan Fitzpatrick, though, what he does is pretty incredible. And I think the fact that the Dolphins just kind of ripped him right out of that after a blowout win against the Jets is just weird to me. But before I dive into really my opinion on it, let's let the film do the talking for us, all right? What we're going to get right here at the top, cover 1, we're going to get a matchup straight up with this corner and receiver. Fitz is going to look this safety off, right? Push him back to the middle of the field away from where he wants to throw that ball, come back off his drop, pop, and he's going to put this thing right into the bucket. Now, I brought in the end zone clip of this because this ball is incredible, and I love what Fitz is doing with his eyes right here. Boom. He's a salty vet, right? This dude's been around the league for a minute, and he does a great job of manipulating safeties, putting this ball right where it needs to be, man. Look where this ball is, in the bucket, right to the sidelines. Phenomenal catch from that kid. Big time play for the Dolphins, right? How about this play right here? I mean, this is a step up into the pocket. You're going to wear a hit from a defensive lineman, but you're doing it for your team, for your squad, all that corny stuff. And Fitzpatrick is doing it right here, right? Looks to me like the Bills are dropping into a cover 2 or really a cover 3, right? We're going to work here, and then this safety, or excuse me, this corner right here is just going to drop. This guy's going to be your middle of the field player. He's supposed to wall off number 3. As we work right here, number 3 is going to be breaking across. What we're going to notice is this defender right here working back to the 3-by side, right? Now, why is he doing that? Because he doesn't have a flat threat to go through, and he should be really just gaining depth. But when we watch it from the end zone film, Fitzpatrick is stepping up the entire time, right? Everything looks like he's moving this way. It looks like he's going to get rid of the ball that way. He comes back. Look where his shoulders are when he's releasing this thing. I mean, this is an insane ball, stepping up into the pocket, throwing it across his body to Gesicki. That's why 31 was moved all the way over there. I mean, the throws that Fitzpatrick has made under duress in the pocket this year is absolutely insane. Here we go off the play fake. This one I really just wanted to go with the end zone film. Off the play fake, fading away, puts this thing upfield shoulder for a first down, excuse me. I mean, this is a big time throw that 14's making. We got to fade away from this thing, put enough mustard on it that it gets there, upfield shoulder, big first down. I mean, it's not like Ryan Fitzpatrick was just having a okay year. Ryan Fitzpatrick was having a great year in Miami for him. Yeah, he throws a lot of interceptions. That's what you get with Ryan Fitzpatrick, though. He's your classic riverboat gambler as a quarterback. Right, here's another great play for Fitz, right? We're going to bring pressure from the Bills side of here. And really what I want to show on this is the fact that Fitz sits in the pocket. He wears this thing, but he gets this ball where it needs to be. This is a really good ball. Once again, we go over this middle of the field player. Bills are working in cover 3 right here. Not a great job by 53. I think he's supposed to be walling off 3. He's reading the eyes, not getting enough depth. 14 knows it, puts this thing right over the top, right into the hands of Gesicki for another first down. I believe that's Gesicki. Here it is from the end zone, but once again, the salty vet that I'm talking about, right? This is stuff that we see young bucks do. They do a good job of it, and I don't want to compare him to Mahomes because obviously skill-wise that's a different level. But the manipulation that you can give to a defense when you're moving your upper body is pretty incredible, right? And now right here when we look at Fitz, right, he's getting rid of this thing right now to the flat. That's what it looks like. That's why 53 is not getting that much depth. But he steps up into the pocket. Once again, the plane that he's throwing on looks to be here. Right? This ball's going to Fitzpatrick's left, but when he releases this thing, it's going right. I mean, that's incredible arm talent that we're seeing. This isn't just something that should be glossed over. This isn't a guy who should be replaced right now. I'm not like upset by it. It's not like I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. I honestly feel bad for the guy. It'd be different if they were the ones getting blown out. It'd be different if they didn't have a chance. But it's not that. The Dolphins are on top of the Patriots for the first time in 20 years in this division, in the AFC East. This to me is not a time that you go and you replace Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? This is another great ball. Seattle's going to drop into a cover 2 right here. They're going to sink with this defensive back. They're going to sink right here with this safety. The spot that you want to hit in cover 2 is right here in between the corner and the safety, right? That's what we call a hole shot if it's a streak, or you're just hitting this on a little shake route like we're going to get right here from the bottom, right? But this is an impressive ball, because corners in the NFL are a lot better than corners you see in college and high school, where they're going to be right up here and it's going to be a nice, easy throw to the sideline. No, corners sink in the NFL, and they pick this ball off a lot. Fitzpatrick gets that over the top of this corner who's sinking and underneath of this safety, where only his guy can catch this football. This is a great ball from 14. It's a great ball from the salty vet, right? Watch it one more time right here. Great job in the pocket, hitting off of his back foot, launching this thing close to the sidelines where only his cat can catch it. Just a good ball, man. Like, you have to appreciate stuff like this. This play right here is another one, and this is what I'm talking about with, how you can manipulate defenders with your upper body as a quarterback, right? Once again, everything about Fitzpatrick says he's throwing this ball over to the sidelines right now, over to the flat, somewhere like that, right? But he readjusts with it and hammers this thing to the middle of the field. But watch what he's doing with his upper body, right? Watch how it manipulates Bobby Wagner, one of the best in the league. We're pushing him almost out of the picture, throwing one right behind him for a big first down. This is talented stuff that we see from Ryan Fitzpatrick. And to me, I just don't understand why the Miami Dolphins are going to go and replace him. I do understand, but part of me doesn't want to fully grasp it, right? Now, right here, against the Seattle Seahawks, we're going to get a really simple cover 3 look, right? We're dropping with our 2 corners and our safety. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to open up in the middle of the field, right? To the left of the field, right about here, okay? What we're going to get right here, Bobby Wagner's trying to wall off. We're trying to friction right here with this defensive back, right? And with this route, we're just really trying to clear things out. Now, he does an okay job, not a great job. We're still sinking with our defender, and Fitzpatrick's going to hammer this dig right behind it. But when we see this ball from the end zone, it's a tight window to throw into. It's phenomenal anticipation. Watch, once again, we manipulate with our eyes. We're going to move backers out. We're going to move safeties out of the way, right? We snap our eyes back to that dig. Not a lot of space to throw this thing. I mean, there's a decent amount. Yeah, it's not like he's throwing this thing on a dime where only his cat can catch it and, he's going to get smoked. No, but still, this is a tough ball to throw, right? We got a defensive back right here. We got a corner who could be coming down over the top. Safety's occupied with that vertical threat. Good ball from Fitzpatrick is what I'm trying to get at. And he did this time and time again throughout the season, or at least throughout the first 4 or 5 weeks. This ball right here against the Niners, poorly played from this safety. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but they're going to try and bracket the deep threat on this, which is going to be Gesicki. We're working 2 in routes right here from our receivers, just your classic in with a corner off the with your number 3. We're going to bracket, but again, this ball from Fitzpatrick right over the top, right over that safety. It's talented. It's good. It's good football. And to me, when you have a team like the Dolphins who's rolling, it doesn't make sense to me and go and take this guy out. It just doesn't. So, last play I want to show you guys, and then I'll kind of get into my opinion on the whole thing, if you couldn't tell already. The Niners is almost disrespectful. It is almost disrespectful, right? We got our safety over here. He's outside of the hash. He has to be misaligned. He has to. You can't leave one-on-one on the outside like this at the top, because in the NFL, he's going to get smoked, right? He gives him that little hesitation. Maybe he's breaking in. Maybe he's running a curl. Really good route from the receiver, and then he's just going to pop off on this thing, and this ball is just in the bucket from Fitzpatrick. So back to my thoughts on this and why it just blows my mind. I understand that you have Tua and you draft Tua with the intent to play him. I totally get that. And probably at the beginning of the season, this wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And I think that Ryan Fitzpatrick probably knew that. But when you're sitting at 3-3, you blow out the Jets, you're going into the bye week. It just doesn't make sense to me why you take away Ryan Fitzpatrick from this team when he's the consistency with them from last year to this year, from the last couple of years to this year. He's got this offense moving in the right direction. They're playing tight games against the Seahawks. They're beating the Niners. They're playing tight against the Bills, right? The Dolphins are competing right now. So why would you go and take out your starting quarterback? And the other thing that has to be talked about right now is with Tua, right? And it's no offense to Tua. He could be an absolute stud in the NFL and it could look like a clown, which would be pretty par for the course with my predictions this year. But Tua has shown you 2 minutes of garbage time in actual football in the NFL. You've seen him in practice. I understand that. They have a much better sample size than we do as fans and people who are watching the game. But still, Tua has only had 2 minutes of legitimate NFL football under his belt, and that was garbage time in a game that they were up by 4 scores. How that justifies starting him over Ryan Fitzpatrick, who has done everything he can this year to put this team in a position to win, just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, if there's any Dolphins fans watching this, I would love to hear your opinion on it, just to kind of gauge what the feel is for Miami fans. It would be really cool for me to sit there and read, and I would love to respond and react with you guys. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Fitz, he was wronged. I'll stand by it. However, I want to see Tua do well. I don't want to see him do bad. I never wish harm on anybody. I hope that he proves me wrong and he goes out and balls out for the Dolphins this year. But I do feel bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick, the journeyman. Number 14 in the programs, but number 1 in your hearts, the beard. He's an absolute stud of a human being. Good football player as well. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it would mean the world to me, as well as to Jackson Kruger Sports. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you next time.